Hello everyone and welcome back to Season 8 of ESL Pro League here live from the Intel Esports Arena where we're ready for our final series of the night, a Go versus NiP. Ben, a Go versus Sprout, that took 2 days.
It did take 2 days to be fair. I mean, it was quite a long series, but we're not here for that one, are we?
No.
That did conclude. AJ did win,
yeah.
Just in case somebody was thinking about that.
It spanned over 2 days, but they won in the end.
It was tense.
Yeah, it was a long best of 3.
4,900 overtimes.
Yeah.
And it lasted a long time. But so we got Cash first map here. So, funnily enough, these two teams have actually matched on Cash before.
Ooh.
But that was when AJ had Snatchy. So
okay.
Now he plays for VP. And now they got a Sparrow instead, which I think is a perfectly adequate pickup, right? NiP took that 16-12, and that was only 3 months ago.
Okay.
So the NiP lineup have beaten this lineup on this map before. But I'm wondering, is there any sort of prevalence from that? AJ have already lost 2 games today in Pro League. They lost to North. NiP, on the other hand, are 0-4. They need wins.
Yeah, NiP, if they lose this series, their chances that have already started to dwindle away to get to finals will be even further away from them. I mean, they have got no points at all so far on Pro League. They need to get some points now. Here comes the push though, and they need to defend this bomb site effectively. Forest with the first, but there is a trade back as PHR will punish him. Bit of an awkward spam there, but in the end, PHR takes down Lecro as well as they're slipping out on towards the bomb site, Ben, and they've overwhelmed them. NiP, they've crumbled.
Yeah, only the 1 kill so far from Forest, and that was a player jumping out of A main. But Dennis, he's got to forklift here. I wonder if he'll be able to make anything work from it. There was a kit in play on Lecro, and they do need to find that to get a chance in this round.
Ooh, Sparrow, they're shot on towards Rez, but there's a response from Dennis. Nearly a follow-up, but you will get Dennis. Filthy as ever. He is a bit of a maniac when it comes to these pistol rounds, but he struggles when he's needed the most. Seems like he is going to be going down here, and PHR will be the one to set him up on a date with the coroner. He is done and dusted.
Yeah, strong pistol run for PHR right there, and it's probably not the start NiP would want, really, is it? Considering they need to get rounds in. You can see the odds right there from Betway. NiP considered favourites in this matchup. That probably is just due to, in terms of recent form, if you consider the major.
Yeah.
Even in Istanbul, NiP probably are more of a better team on paper right now. But AGO, you know, they're probably thinking, we can change that. And they need to take this map right here. So if you consider Pro League this season, NiP have lost all of their games on average by at least 8 rounds. It's a horrible deficit.
It's been a bit of a struggle for them. It hasn't been a great season so far whatsoever for NiP.
Hopefully that this game does not add on to that. They have got the first kill in the round. Forest with the Deagle kill. Towards 2-0. And the Molly's going to push Rez out, and that's a good trade there. So very well used utility. And Dennis, ooh, he's actually beaked further in. Gets that kill and does fall down again. So another 1-for-1 trade in terms of the T side. They're thinking, great, we can actually lower the amount of CTs in the map. A Sparrow with a fantastic spray right there. Get right on like a lineup for him. Forest on his own. No chance, getting shot through the floor.
Forest just left them the 1-on-3, Ben. I mean, in reality, he just needs to get out of there if you can. You've got armor, you've got the Deagle. That's your best bet. They don't really look like they want to hunt him. No real reason to. It's not overly worth their investment. And Forest should save that little bit of kit. However, this is 2 pretty quick rounds coming out from a go. If they can convert the third and go 3 for 3 in terms of the opening pistol, it would be a pretty damn good start for them on their T side.
Yeah, the other part about not hunting for him, all 3 players have AKs, so it's definitely not worth that value, is it? But Forest, it is something they know. Forest was one of the players who got a kill. He has a Deagle 100%. Which means he probably does have armor bought. So coming to this next round, they've got to take that into consideration, right? So NiP, they probably might just back Forest up and try and get his Deagle into big use, or they'll leave him to go for a single pick towards somewhere on the map. AJ, on the other hand, they'll just have to consider there probably will be a Deagle looking to make an impact. Which on Cash tends to be either A main or B, which is where he got that first kill this round. So Furlan actually goes for just the P250 and grenades. So the last instance we saw of that was Chris J with the CZ, if you remember. That's a cheeky little angle there. And Forest is actually playing towards highway with his Deagle here. Will he be able to get through? He's already got 1, doesn't get anything else though.
Look at the amount of damage Get-Right took from that nade as well. Landed right on him, transferred so much damage towards him, leaves him below half-life as he's forced to fall back. They're going for the convergence up on towards the A bomb site. Sparrow
Another
barely
grenade.
sidesteps out of there. More grenades coming through, just stripping them of health.
Yeah, Furlan finally gets a kill with his P250. And he probably will just decide to live. He's got so many grenades, it's not worth trying to fight here. And Dennis, can't see him getting anything done here. I mean, it's such a difficult battle. He did dink Grubby in A-main there. That was quite a heavy hit.
There's 3 players that are quite low there on a go.
Yeah. But all in all, as you mentioned, 3-0 to AG already. Now it's all about this first buy. Get Right takes the hit. He goes for an MP5 purchase with all the grenades. Not a Dane this time.
No, a sway.
A sweat.
A swee. But can he sweep the competition out of the way?
Sweep them out of the way.
Yeah. Just slightly out of the way. It's like when you clean a carpet. You don't really clean it, you just sweep it slightly out of the way.
I suppose. Yeah. Could have just gone with, you sweep the dust to the side, don't you?
Sweep.
Just with a brush or something.
Sweep a go away.
A sweep away.
If you put an N between a go and esports, it'd be a gone sports.
A gun sports.
A gone sports.
You're not wrong.
No, doesn't mean anything, but it is, technically
just some
factual.
insight for you.
Yeah, push comes in, the entire site is set ablaze as it starts to heat up. Rez goes for the face as well, but he goes down to Furlan. Forest from the elevated angle tries to get an opportunity to attack, and actually, it's pretty damn good for him. They get the double kill. Dennis and Forest work together as they start to punish the players that have slipped their way through, but Grubby is absolutely filthy. Gets that follow-up headshot. Taul left on just 3 HP as he dives over back towards the bomb site and hammers in those numbers to get the bomb down. It is a 3-on-3 retake, but a go. They're a little bit worse for wear. 2 players trapped on site, and Sparrow the only one playing from vent.
Lucky for them, though, they did have another smoke to use, and they used it to the CT. Sparrow, this flash is going to be crucial. I think he needs to make a move to actually help his team here. The retake comes in. The player's already through to headshot, though.
Oh, he's dead, though, Ben. Goes down. Lecro's lost his life. Taul stays alive and fights confidently, even at 3 HP, to eliminate Dennis. And a go at just racking these up. 4 rounds already picked up. I mean, this should really be a 5th if you think about it. As NiP, they have no money. They have spent it all. They've lost it all, Ben. It's gone down the drain.
I have to wonder what was Rez actually thinking then. So on that B site, you can waste so much time with one smoke, right?
Yeah.
You got mollied out. He put the smoke down to get rid of the Molotovs. But then he peeked out towards headshot. Like that smoke, whenever you do that, Lecro has been sent straight to the... what were we thinking? I was going to think, what do you do with people who've been grenaded to bits?
To the meat packaging plant.
He's been swept away.
He's been swept
by the
away
wind.
to the side.
His bits are all over the place. He's been blown up.
The bits of Lecro.
Yeah, and so Rez, he wasted so much time he could have done. It's a one-way smoke when you put it on site and peek towards the headshot angle. Instead, he drops into it and takes the fight and he just dies. No kills on the B site. It was so weird. And AG, I mean, they get that kill so early on Lecro with the double nade. Yet from there, they still be a bit patient, slow it down. We're going to try and end up on A here, quite clearly.
There is a stack waiting for them. 3 players in close proximity over on the A site. However, the weapons they have aren't that strong. It's a restricted arsenal as there is just no money to play with in the bank of NiP.
And there's a lot of fire being thrown down on these bomb sites here. Dennis had to fight through one. He had to go off the site. So he was right above him, I think. Yeah?
Yeah, Forrest has just killed his teammate there for a laugh.
Yeah. It's an interesting decision.
Didn't really pay off. And now it is all on Rez. It's a 1v5. He's dropped the smoke. Probably just wants to try and get away.
It's giving the car an afro.
Well,
nothing else.
A sweet little afro for the car. I'd take that.
Yeah.
Get into a car shop. You give my vehicle an afro, please.
Short back inside, please.
Wide width and length, please. Shout out to producer Rob.
So Lecro picks up the AWP from NiP here, as well as Forest. So the double nade towards highway comes out again. I do like seeing those grenades towards highway, and that is the anti-boost molly. Oh, smoke, sorry, for the boost molly. But it's Get Right playing close mid here. He's played so aggressively because he knows they're going to be coming over. I need to make a play. I can't just sit sandbag and get mollied off. Unfortunately for him, it's a bit obvious where he's gone.
Yeah. Furlan with the connection, takes down Get Right. They're going to make their march up towards the A site as well. They're on their warpath. Forest has been able to slow it down ever so slightly. Goes for the face.
Dennis. Oh, he gets the drop on him.
Yeah, rips his way through Furlan. And this is the first time we've actually seen NiP at a big advantage into a round for a little while now. It's only 3 players left alive on the side of a go. Do the Polish boys bring it back, or is this going to be Sweden running supreme?
So does lose that battle, but he didn't reveal that the bomb was on it. And Forest didn't expect the player to be that close wall there. No, it's just PHR and Sparrow. So they know there was one player towards Forklift, which is Sparrow. He's looking for that sort of pick. But Lekro, I think he's on the Toxic Barrel peeking into a main. So they're not going to have any knowledge that there's another player there until it might be too late. So PHR's picked up the bomb again. But it's so obvious. If they were to go towards A, Sparrow needs to fake something towards B, which is what he's doing right now. As soon as he peeks here, he might be able to get the drop on Res, depending on where he's playing. But unfortunately, he's playing back checkers. So if he gets this kill, it changes everything. Look at the map. They've already rotated. Just off that little bit of info, Res was playing last man, and he dies as well. PHR's got free roam on that A-bomb site. 2v2, which will turn into 2v1 if Sparrow dies. But it's very winnable.
Yeah, this is a good round to be in. I mean, if you would have got the follow-up frag on Dennis, it could have been even more spectacular, but instead, it is the 1-on-2. However, NiP, they've got a lot of time wasted, even rotating over back towards that site. And if they want to play as a unit and push at the same time to have the best chance of success, PHR has so much time to not only run down the clock, but also get into a good position. Doesn't realise Lekro's location just yet. Finds a warning shots. Nearly gets the frag. Does he realise where he is? Spots him out. But the push comes through. It's the AWP. Has to use the sidearm and will win it with a pistol. Doesn't have the kit though. Jumps on it. And I think he'll just have this. But still,
it's a very close.
A couple more seconds could have been rough. Actually, does he even have this?
Very, very close.
Ooh.
I think that's the classic 0.008 seconds left on the bomb right there. But I'm just wondering, what was Dennis actually doing? So he peeked car, saw him at Forklift. He then committed to the battle. He could have waited for Lekro to, actually be shooting him in the back as well, but instead he just takes the firefight. And PHR had a chance of winning that round. Lekro had to take the firefight, and he nearly lost it. But in terms of rounds, NiP are just happy to win the round. They keep the AWP alive. Hopefully they can build from this, but the buy is so good for AGO right now. It doesn't matter too much that they did lose it. And I like this little angle. Don't think I've ever seen somebody peek through this side. Because normally you peek to the right-hand side, don't you?
Yeah. Definitely be very hard to see Sparrow if you're peeking it from the opposite
Definitely.
side.
I don't think you would see him, would you? Because you're always going to be you're pre-aiming that other bit, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's an interesting one. Because normally you sit on the front bit of the sign, don't you?
Yeah.
Just to peek over that little block. It's an interesting one. You learn something new every day.
Just a tidbit for you.
And koi fishes are bullies.
Yeah. Koi fishes are bullies. Mice eat up to 20 times a day.
Yep.
And chickens have full colour vision.
Mm.
Much like humans.
Well.
Yeah. Did you know chickens also dream, Ben?
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they have REM sleep. Yeah, they're the only other animal that actually dreams.
Fair enough. I wonder what they're dreaming about.
Chicken stuff, probably.
The other 100 chickens they know.
Yeah, their other 100 chicken friends they remember. Imagine if you were the 101th chicken.
Just doesn't know you.
First.
He can't remember you.
Yeah.
What's your name again?
Sorry, who are you? Are you new to the farm?
So Dennis, quite fortunate that the Molly didn't actually touch him whatsoever. So he might be able to get the drop off, but it's such an awkward situation to be in because players just pre-aim that. And getting that kill though means he could probably exit if he wanted to, but instead he's committing for this battle.
Here's all the nades.
That's a really good flash.
Oh, Grubby with a headshot over on Dennis as they do start to punish and converge on the bomb site. Lekro misses the shot. Didn't really even have a chance there. As soon as he missed, Grubby was just firing away in seconds. Lightning fast reaction time and a good position to be in. The retake could definitely happen, but Get Right needs to get this lurk frag. Doesn't get the opportunity. He's going to fall back, play it safe instead. Taul gets burnt to a crisp by the Molotov. If they're going to go for this, they need to go now.
There is a kit on Get Right, which is the only saving grace right here. But it's just a matter of time, isn't it? 20 seconds left now. They need to make a move. And PHR, he misses. They're going to get the info that there was a boost there. And they're not winning any firefight.
No, it's all going wrong. Get Right going to get 2 kills. Rez comes down like a ton of bricks with a USP and finds success. They have the defuse once again down to the wire, but they do still win it. And NiP get themselves a second round. However, there is still a lot of money in the bank of a go.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, as soon as they missed those shots on the boost, it felt like it was game over because as soon as he missed those shots, he started crumbling. You couldn't see him landing any single shot. Unfortunate for them, they did have a kit on Get Right because otherwise they would have lost that round, even just by time. And they're committing to that double AWP setup again. So Lekr and Forest both taking one each. Lekr did have that bad miss during that round. Fortunately, it doesn't matter into this round at least. It's interesting to see how they're holding it. So Get Right and Forest seems to be the constant at mid, right? So Get Right plays close, Forest AWPs in Z whenever they have those guns. It'll be interesting to see what AG would do from this if they were to find out that there is another AWP in play.
So round 8, a little bit slower. More so from NiP not getting anywhere near aggressive. As they know Ago have just been holding these defaults. They've done a good job at being able to get early frags with their nades as well, but this time there is no HEs in play. It is just the supportive utility they have. But Grubby will find the first frag, takes down Rez as he'll slaughter him with the AK. And that could be the opening on B.
Grubby knows that the site is free. He's walked in, he's already got close to CT, but he doesn't have a smoke to help him there. Sparrow is lining up the smoke for CT, so it's just a matter of time until Forest gets smoked off here. Should be landing any second now, there it is. So he'll have to go for a shot after a few seconds anyway. I imagine he's waiting for Dennis's contact. If Dennis gets that kill, even better. Unfortunately drops, 3v3.
Ooh. Forest just going for the pot shot sound with the AWP, hoping he can connect onto someone, but no one is going to be there to receive his gift. Get Right, however, from the elevated angle, gets a free frag on PHR, and there's no contestation from that side either. The T's just accepting it. Sparrow gets hit in the face by an AK flying towards him, tries to fire back with the AWP, but he's overwhelmed. Get Right will take him down. Grubby from the site can do nothing because he's being swarmed. Lekr will get the kill with the AWP, and that'll be the defuse. Now, another round in a row for NiP, as they are starting to link these together, and they're getting through that economy buffer of Ago.
The weird situation is, every round AG have lost, they've still got the bomb down each time.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of time, I think, where they actually start turning those post plants into victories, right? Because the fact that they're getting that far shows there's still an error on holding that site to begin with. Again, NiP, even though they're winning the rounds, as you mentioned, the money isn't really being built from it. They're only having 2-3 alive each time they do it. And because of those plants, they've still got a buy-in. So this time, we're not going to see Forest actually holding mid with Get Right here. Instead, they're going to commit to just leave him on his own. An AWP on each bomb site. But because they're doing that though, mid is giving up. As I mentioned, Get Right, he got smoked off Z. That's all he can do. If he gets smoked off Z, that's mid gone. Smoke will fade, but I imagine they re-smoke it. There we go. That nade unfortunately hit the roof.
Not the most ideal situation there as it bounces up. And Ago, still playing it quite slow. They've done a very effective job of being able to gain map control and get the early info, but this time they group up and just go for what appears to be possibly a brute force play in towards A site, all out of main, Ben.
They've got 2 Molotovs available, right? So if Lekr misses this first shot, he might get mollied off. There's no smoke for him to save himself. Dennis, though, at MBK, does have a Molotov. That molly is perfectly timed at least. It stops them from pushing. They throw one of the Molotovs out. That gets put out. That's Dennis's one already gone. And now Lekr, he's managed to get away from quad as well. So they've got nothing. This is just brute force aim.
Nothing to hide, nothing to worry about. They just need to push through and go for the raw. Firefights get right with a bad miss with the AWP there. Everyone starts to get punished because of it. Sparrow with a connection. The wall bang on Dennis as they go down. And it's up to Rez and Forest to actually save the day. They are going to rotate back around and get into position. Forest, he's got the AK. Rez has the M4. In terms of utility, it's 2 Molotovs, 1 HE, a smoke and a flash. The first molly will be launched out. PHR just holds towards mid. He can hear the audio cues. He knows what's going on. The only player they haven't detected yet is Rez, but he comes out through main. PHR holds the angle. There's Forest going to be taken down, and Rez might just back off. He's got too much utility, and it isn't worth the risk.
And Sparrow gets to exit through door as well, so that's perfect for him. Although I'm not sure if he'll exit fully. It does look like he's going to. He might get killed here. And that's a big kill. He can grab the AWP as well. So the AWP has been a big factor for NiP at least. Or at least they feel like it is, right?
Yeah.
Lekr has not actually done much with his AWP. He's missed every shot he's had a chance to go for. Forest, on the other hand, has been doing stuff with his. So perhaps that is a big part of it. And surprisingly, Lekr is the one who gets given one. Although they bought another one. So Lekr perhaps buying one himself from Rez going for the other. That's an interesting way of doing it, I suppose. I thought Forest was doing quite well with his.
Bit of a change of pace potentially, Hogan.
They're actually going to boost into the Sunroom peak at B, using the AWP, and they get the kill. Beautiful.
Nice.
I like seeing that work out. Yeah, I like seeing that work out. It's very rare. So it's a man advantage though already. And get right, he was originally playing mid. He only had a CZ this round. So he's instantly just gone, yeah, I'm not even going to fake it. I'm just going to go A. For AGO though, they've got to be questioning it. They have to actually find out the mid is free first before thinking about even just going there. And because they need to find out, they have to use so many grenades just to do it. Molotov the highway there, flash there too. And they'll finally clear out mid, but consider Geralt was never playing there to begin with. They've wasted so much money here. And this aggression in A main was quite good as well. Really well timed because they know they need to get some map control. Forest does get that first kill. He should get the second one as well here. He's being blocked by the auto. That's a good amount of damage though.
Yeah, that is nice. Furlan left on 32 HP. Rez from the site with the AWP. This is prime time for him. He can actually take the 1v1s and they're facing him. They're giving him those opportunities. His teammates arrive on the scene as well to give him that aid. But Furlan sneaks through the smoke bin. He's actually been able to bypass
20 seconds though. He has to run it after a certain amount of time.
And Rez is still up top. He hasn't dropped.
Oh, this timing. Rez did see him. He's got no grenades to even try and pull away from it. I think Get Right will get him on the way through here though. He heard him.
Yeah, suspects Get Right. He doesn't have any time though. Got the kill, but he can't plant. Lecro's there as well. That'll be the frag. It was a risky play, but time was not his friend in that round.
And finally though, NiP reset that money bonus. They didn't even get a plant on that loss AGO. So now the money is finally broken, but they're forcing into it again. It's pretty wild.
They're confident. They like just pumping the money in, seeing how it works out, and I mean the majority of the time it has gone quite well for them.
And this looks like much more of an execute-based actual call here. 2 players through door, the rest of them through main. And it looks like both orbs are actually playing more dedicated towards, one towards B and one towards mid. So this call to play retake by NiP here, because they think it'll be half by sort of pistols, it appears to be the right call right now. But it all depends how this post plant will actually play out. Because the longer they wait to play retake, the worse it gets, because they'll have to use a lot of utility across the map. So Dennis still has his Molotov, so if, I was going to say, if they do play retake, he could delay the plant.
Yeah.
That's now gone. Forrest is the only player who has another Molotov, and he's at B. So long as he doesn't use his Molotov now, or at any point in the next like 10 seconds, it should be quite a decent situation for them. Looks like Dennis might be willing to fight this retake, weirdly. He's the only player who's actually moved up. And AGO, they get all 5 players, they clear the site, they're going for the plant. It looks like it's a default plant they've all done.
Ooh. Well, there's the flick around the CZ onto Dennis as it will capitalize against them. Still trying to see what they can actually get going for them here. I mean, it's Rez, Lecro, and Forest.
Huge rotate. This is a huge rotate. If he gets the kill on the highway player, the CT once retaking will not be able to do it. It's just Orbers there.
Well, there's the backstab. About to come through. Sparrow, he's in position, has the angle. He just needs to hold now. The nades might be doing a good amount of damage to the players on the site, but they don't realise the man that was behind, and he gets the first and the second. Sparrow with a major play as the rotate around works out very nicely. That is a 7th now picked up for a go. Off the back of a bold call as well.
It seems like watching Dennis play some of these games the past day or so, he plays so wildly. Like, it's hard to describe it. So he plays much more like as if the other team are like much worse than him, or they just can't hear him when he's like running around and stuff. He plays really aggressively in that way, and it's really odd to see it. Like, it's so peculiar. I do like this little stack though. I mean, to have 2 people on the same white box. A lot of players call that Kiyoshima because of some success that Kiyo had there. And AGO, with a fantastic call, they go B. Nobody there. Should be a free plant. No hassle whatsoever.
Yeah, looks like this will be an easy round picked up for them. As there is no reason why they should actually get contested here. It's just the pistols in play for NiP, so if they want to just try and suicide in and hope to get something or hold for exits, they can. If they haven't invested any money into this, it doesn't matter, so it's not that bad whatever the outcome is. For a go, though, that will be 8 rounds now picked up, and they're in a very good position. They've taken the half already, and they'll still be looking to get more before this one's ended out.
For sure, they're in a really good position to end this half. Keeping everyone alive as well. Even though you do have 2 gallows in play, it's not the worst thing in the world. There's still rifles, you don't really need to force that AK buy. And it means even if they lose this next round, they have another buy-in as well. So NiP, they do go for the buy themselves, even though it's not a great one. You got 2 SMGs already in play. Rez probably has to go SMG as well. In fact, he goes M4 Kevlar with just a single smoke. So the 2 SMGs on Lightcore and Get Right. And Get Right's, again, he's the only player playing towards mid. He smokes mid, mollies boost, and that's probably about all he can do at mid.
Yeah.
If they was to come out mid, he's a free kill. But at least this time he's feigning that aggression. He's been naded at the high box again. AGO are loving that nade, currently. But looking at that radar, it's quite clearly a B play coming in this round. If there's a good pop flash, Rez is in a horrible position. Nothing at all. So Furlan peaks with nothing. And Grubby got the kill through the smoke on Forest as well. So they know there's only one more player here.
Yeah, big kills coming through. As it is into the 4-on-4 now. They're going to start to back off. They actually fan out and reposition. They realise they've got a lot of contacts and heard a lot of players there on that site. They're going for the full rotate then. This could actually work quite nicely. If they can get over towards A, it's only Dennis that's in position. Lycro holds the cut off the rotate through mid, so it depends. It's all down to the luck of the call here.
Yeah, it all depends on what angles he actually peaks on this mid clear. So he'll clear the roof. He knows Dine's not broken. Doesn't need to look towards that. It feels like he suspects there is a player close. Normally you clear that left side first just because of the advantage you have, but unfortunately he loses that battle. And Lycro wins both firefights there. That's really outstanding. In fact, he wins that. And he's lived long enough to actually get the info. There's another player there. But Rez pushing forward gets the drop on Sparrow as well. He does have bomb in this 1v3. But unfortunately, doesn't quite win that firefight either. So Rez 3 kills in the round. It's just surprising that Furlan ran into B with a grenade out. You know, he was the first player in, not even gun out. Gets taken down and then everything, you know, gets thrown away. Throw it all to the wind, the strat's out the window, nothing's happening.
Yeah, it's interesting how the game's been going in terms of the flow. We get to round 14, 8-5. Could still go either way at the half here. I mean, they're definitely not out of it, and they're going to be looking to try and get some more points. However,
they've missed the smoke.
Yeah, it gets a bit awkward for them. They try to go for the boost, the nades as well, the double nade, Ben.
What? I guess as soon as they saw them use that smoke a few rounds earlier, they just thought, if they do that again, double nade over it.
Yeah.
That's done so much damage. That's more damage than some players were doing in an entire game. Phenomenal stuff.
Very nicely executed there.
Smoke there. I believe that on lands top highway, am I thinking? Yeah. So they did get mid control at the cost of about 200 health from the entire team. But it does leave Dennis in such a dodgy position. He's only got Get Right with him, and Get Right's playing... He's got an MP5, he's having to play this close angle. But unfortunately, AJ, they've used all their grenades already. It's purely on the gunfights here.
Push comes through, big tack coming out. This SMG, you get so much mobility with it. The MP5, showing what it can do there by Get Right, and it's all on Sparrow now. It's a 1v3, just being tagged up by the M4 from quite a distance, and NiP, they wanted to make this one back in their favour. They wanted to keep it close, and it could very well end in an 8-7 half now.
Yeah, Get Right got 3 assists from that round because of the grenade. His one doing a bit more damage than the previous.
Yeah.
That's a really nice thing to see though. As you're playing the round, you're just randomly getting assists. You're just like, I'd like to run a grenade. It's great.
Let's get it.
And a much faster round here coming from AGO. Full A rush. Hoping to catch Dennis in the middle of nowhere. He's on that single box. Ooh. He's not had to do much so far.
Ooh, the nades rolling in. I mean, they've only lost one player, but they have got site control. But the retake could very well go quite easily in favor of NiP. It'll be a 5-man retake back on it. They've still got time to play with. So many nades, whereas the utility of a go is pretty much fully dried up now, apart from that final flash on tower, which he'll use, but gets nothing from it. As Dennis and Forest, they work together fantastically to retake, and it is all on Taul, defending from the site with the MP5, but he is swamped. They're all around him. He will eventually go down from Rez of all people with the AWP, and that will be the defuse. They're going to jump on the bomb, and it will be an 8-7 half in favor of a go. The pistol round means a lot here.
Yeah, good recovery from NiP there. I mean, it was 8-4. To get the last 3 rounds of the half, good momentum builder. See the odds there. So normally Clash T-sided map, right? So 8 rounds for AGO. They probably not consider that to be that great. Like, you know, we saw Big against Hellraisers. It was a 9-6 half, and we thought that was about right. That's about your average. So you know, AGO, that 1 round difference to what you normally see on the Clash T side might come back to bite them, depending on this pistol as well.
Yeah, the pistol really sets a lot of the scene of how this round will go, and how the game's going to go overall. And it definitely could be a big confidence boost for NiP as well. I mean, they've still not got a win so far yet in Season 8. Obviously, this is only day 2 of games, so it's not the most wacky thing in the world to think of, but still pretty crazy that NiP have been struggling this much, Ben.
Yeah, I mean, considering the teams they've played against, it was Heroic that we saw yesterday. And that was a 16-13, 16-11. Quite a grueling game to actually take part in, but they never really looked like they had a chance. It was very one-sided. We thought Heroic were going to take the win the whole time. And this game is looking better, but I'd like to see how they do on that T side, because this is where Lecro's IGLing should come into effect. Because he's normally that entry frag combined into the IGL role, similar to how Angel does. But Lecro, since he's switched into this IGL role, I haven't seen him do too well in terms of actually getting his kills or ADR or anything like that. It's not really shown it. I wanted to see what kind of pistol they come out with as well, because there were some interesting calls that he did make on the pistols yesterday. They're quite different. A lot of P250s as well. So hopefully there's more of that sort of thing coming through. We are just waiting on the teams to ready up still. It's taking a bit longer than usual.
Yeah, we're jumping back in with the action with these two sides. A go versus NiP. NiP, they need a win here. If they can pick up a win, it definitely would be big for them overall in terms of standings and just for the entire squad. Definitely looking to try and get a W behind them in this season of Pro League, because they've been struggling a little bit. Obviously, it's online CS, and it's been off the back of them being away for quite some time, constantly gaming on LAN with a Face-It major, then moving on to Istanbul. A lot of games for NiP, but let's get back into it now and see where it goes. Round 16, the second pistol. Who's going to take this? NiP, looking like they're quite heavy towards that B site with a lot of aggression on display. And Taul playing very far back, gets contact. It's going to have to be a 5-man retake on that B site, man.
Yeah, I could tell instantly from the purchases that Rez made and the direction he was going, it was going to be a fast B split. And unfortunately for AGO, they've played retake on the B site of all sites.
Yeah.
Which is normally the site you can avoid. It's like playing retake on B Mirage. It's not a very good idea. It's a very hard site to get back into. But they got to be hoping they get all the kills coming in here. Unfortunately, get right, I can hear the burst fire in the distance. The burst fire comes into effect. 2 big kills previously as well. And NiP take the pistol in quite convincing fashion, if I'm honest. There wasn't really much of a fight back. And that is the score tied for the first time in quite a while.
Yeah, it's wrapped up, I mean, 8-8. I'm going to get transferred back there as well. There's NiP going for another fast round at this one. An aggressive hit towards the A site. They have much better firearms to work with. Those SMGs can absolutely shred their way through their opposition. Get Right and Co have proven just how effective they can be with the MP5. So it will be definitely a bit of a bloodshed.
Dennis does get that quick kill. They boosted quite fast behind there. Fortunately for AGO, losing that player that early, not on the A site, means they have to start, thinking, what about
Okay.
That was very unfortunate for Furlan.
Yeah.
He's walked straight into the line of spray that Get Right had there towards the quad area. 3v5 already now as well. NiP got to be thinking this round is theirs. Dennis with another 2 kills with his MP5. And Sparrow last man alive. He's only got a Deagle purchase this round, not forced heavily into it. Takes Get Right out. Gotta hope for another one. Hopefully somebody else jumps on the red and gives him a chance.
Oh, they jump up, but not well for the timing. They're pushing towards him as well. They're actually playing quite aggressive here and teasing him a little bit. He's going for the frags, but he is just going to go down in the end as Rez will overthrow him and NiP will get that round. They now have the bonus off the back of winning the pistol. They've been left into a very good position. It's a 9-8 scoreline. They've got the firepower ready to work with, and this is going to get to a 10-8 really before there's even a chance for a GOAT to actually wake up and get back into it.
Yeah, we were wondering who would take the pistol. So first half AGO got it. Second half NiP got it. So that does mean the T side have been quite comfortable with it so far. The question is, will AGO be able to do anything with what they've got right now? I don't suspect they will. Especially as NiP are doing the exact same anti-eco they did last round. Completely nuke all of that A site, throw all your grenades in, make sure every corner is covered. Furlan, he has to be, there's not really much he can do.
Ooh, yeah. All the frags go in the way of NiP with no real casualties because they're just bombarding their way through. Rez will get the double kill to close it out at the end there as NiP dominate and look damn good too. Now though, the reinvestment comes back through. A go. Gonna don the AWP. Sparrow will be the one to pick it up. Definitely where he excels. When he has an AWP in his hands, it's a whole different kettle of fish than what he can get up to when he has a rifle.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a very quick round from NiP here. So they kept the 2 MP5s and the Galil. They've got plenty of money to work with as well. I would not be surprised if we saw something quick. It looks like a heavy B focus here as well. So Forest throwing grenades towards A main, whilst they're doing the same thing towards B. Regular nades here. Sparrow is the player that is towards B. He's gone towards back checkers with his AWP. A very unusual move to make. And that tag through the smoke was heavy. They know he's back checkers. He's being mollied out. No way does he able to get out of this.
Ooh. Sparrow gets the first frag, nearly the second as well, but Dennis will eventually kill him. Grubby, though, helps out, and it's so good right now for a go, Ben. Every frag found. They only lost 1 man, but it doesn't matter because they can recover the AWP. Pass that back over to Sparrow into this one. And it is just the round that sets these 2 teams apart. However, Forest will pick up the AWP once again for NiP now.
Yeah, so as I expected, that quick round, they wanted to get, they had something in plan, just instantly, like, okay, we're going to go towards B. And then as soon as they found out Sparrow was back checkers, it kind of went a bit crazy. Because they were like, oh, mull him out, oh, he's run out, he's killed me, he's out. Yeah. And then everybody just fell within about 10 seconds. So a classic case of, you know, you found someone in the middle of trying to do some sort of execute, and it's utter carnage. And Grubby actually wins that trade back through the smoke. That's wild.
Oh, near the shot through the through main there.
So the question is, yeah, I was going to say, who's actually going to get boosted? I'd personally boost the AK over just for the headshot percentage, or chance rather. But I think he made noise based on the movement the Lekro made there. Not quite as confident in what he heard by the looks of things. PHS, all a matter of time. Like, he'll probably wait for some sort of contact on the A side of things before actually making his move here. Unless it gets to like the last 25 seconds, I imagine. So peeks over, knows there's nobody close. He can probably wait on here if he needs to for anybody rotating. Because as far as he knows, there might not be anybody in A main anyway. Instead he's going to make his play now.
Ooh, PHR. Very, very awkward confrontation, which he will lose. Lekro wins. There's a 10-9 scoreline, but the B site appears to be the angle of opportunity. And Get Right just gracefully adjusts his crosshair there, Ben.
Heck of a shot there. And unfortunately for that, AGO, that is the B site lost, and that's probably the round too. I've got to be thinking you save here. The other 2 A players have not even moved. Grubby's here, but his teammates are already planning to save. So that's putting the score into 11-9 now in favour of NiP. You consider how different would the round have played out if PHR gets a single kill on that little push over the boost. It felt a bit too rushed to my liking. He had so much time. As far as they know, you're not even on there. He could have waited on top of that actual metal part of the boost. But instead, goes for that peak, loses the battle to Lekro really awkwardly. And then NiP get a chance of getting the 11th round. So they do save that AWP, which didn't really get much impact this round. I mean, it was posted up towards A side. Get right, he was thinking about speeding all the way up, but he doesn't actually get anything out of it. So NiP, if they were able to get this round now and take out all 5 players in AGO, they're in a really good spot to potentially put up to like 13 rounds.
Well, how's this going to go? Say 11-9 scoreline. NiP definitely looking commanding, but they've been finding little opportunities to actually work their way back into the game. Both sides fully kitted out with weaponry and utility. 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock as it just begins, and Tao tries his luck, tries to get information there towards outside of B.
Yeah, unfortunately he did not see Get Right because he's playing so defensive in that sunroom area. And it does mean they need to put another player potentially from mid towards that A side of the map. Purely because they do not have the grenades to actually hold that mid battle if it were to come. Minute left on the clock. It looks like NiP are thinking of some kind of execute. I think they're playing some molly out the vents and then fully executing towards mid. Which is what we're seeing happen right now. Flash comes over. And that is the mid take complete. So 45 seconds left. They've fully taken mid control there. But they're trying to boost back into vent. If there's a gap on this smoke for him to peek into, unfortunately he can't see him. They can see him though.
Oh, the spam comes through, but they don't connect. Get Right, just going to flash it and fall back, but the nade transfers a fair bit of damage towards them, and they're trying so much aggression here. The confidence is on display, but it's only 3 men remaining for NiP, and they need to put all their eggs in one basket here. It's the only opportunity as they push their way straight in. Grubby with a Molotov, going to drop it down for the heightened angle. Tao and Sparrow trying to kill a piece, and it is all on Forest. He's got a P250 and an AWP, and he's actually starting to massacre him. Playing a bit of gun game as he switches up what he's using, but eventually when he goes for the push out, Tao will find the kill with the MP9, and they're 1 round away from having this tied up now.
Yeah, very good round from them. I mean, the fact that Get Right was not able to see them boosting vent kind of made a big difference, because he saw like a little leg, like a shimmer through the smoke, and he ended up spraying, and then that just alerted, and there's like, okay, there is a player outside B, and then he heard more of them running towards it. On AGO, they've got a double AWP actually in play now, so Furlan and Sparrow are both using the AWP here. Furlan towards that A side of the map, and it looks like 3 players through door, and then I imagine this is similar to that pistol shot that you mentioned that we used to do.
Yeah.
So the 2 players outside B, you're probably going to smoke the entrance and then try and boost back up the vent, and then split A via vent through mid, and then 3 through door. Hopefully the A players will have moved, but unfortunately for NiP, they've lost one of the players towards B. And Grubby doesn't win that fight, but Dennis has actually got the entry towards highway as well. So this round's working out.
It's actually worked no matter the strat not really going the way they wanted it to, and this is good for them. They're able to get the bomb down. They're in a really reasonable position to win the round. It's only a 2-on-3 and a go. Their angles of attack are quite limited. Tao's already taken a bit of a hit as well, so his face is a little bit scuffed as he pushes back up. Sparrow holding the angle with the AWP. It doesn't seem like it should go in their favour. It looks like there should be another NiP round and push them to a 12 mark as Dennis gets the headshot off on Tao. Sparrow with the AWP, still trapped in position, but now just going to be playing for the exits rather than trying to be aggressive as everyone will scurry away. And it goes 12-10.
Yeah, so despite it not working out on that B side of the map, Dennis thankfully getting that entry towards highway kind of changed the way that round could have played out. If they don't win that firefight straight towards highway, as it is, it's normally dry. You just hope to open the door and then have nobody there and just get that free plant. Fortunately for them, Dennis whacks 2 of them straight in the head there. And they do win that round. And AGO, they keep that 1 AWP, and they are actually forcing into this round. It was a very late call by the looks of things. I mean, some of the players leaving spawn quite late there. If NiP was to do something quick, this could be very bad for them. So the only M4 in play is actually on the A site, and it looks like NiP are going to be coming straight for it. Will Grubby be able to do much here, is the real question.
Ooh. Well, they swarm their way out. Ben going to be pushing through. Grubby gets the first kill onto Rez. Looks for some more, but he's sidelined. Taken down by Lecro that'll obliterate him with the AK. PHR starts to rattle off shots with the MP9 as well.
Oh,
Dennis, bloodthirsty as ever, even kills Get Right as they carry on spraying through, and it is all on Sparrow now. A 1-on-2, crosses towards the site. He's right there, standing on the bomb site with the AWP, but ring around the rosies. And they all fall down. Ninjas in pajamas getting themselves a 13th round, and they are looking strong, Ben. This could be them actually getting their first win in Pro League this season.
Yeah, Dennis, as you mentioned, bloodthirsty. He's got 23 kills, most on the server, and a team kill now.
Yeah.
Was it Forrest that team killed him earlier? Possibly. Payback, perhaps.
See, maybe, yeah.
Just thinking, if I get killed, somebody else is getting killed as well.
Someone else is going to die.
Will Dennis be able to clean up this eco push at mid though? Timing not on his side.
Oh, he gets stinked down so heavily as well. Easily finished off there by Sparrow. The adjustment from Get Right to get one, but he's being toyed with. This round has gone more in their favour though, and Towel.
He got spotted.
Yeah, goes down. Get Right, easy pick.
So that's going to be 14-10 here, really, isn't it? Furlan USB doesn't really have a chance of doing anything. And the buy will not actually be very great. NiP are in a really good position here to take that first win. It's just a matter of time, really, behind Furlan actually dying this round. Looking for anything he can. Ideally, he wants to try and get to that gun, but NiP no. The only way for him to get a positive this round is to get that gun, and Lecro knows that, pushes out towards mid, gets the kill. 14-10 to NiP. And it's an all-rifles buy from AGO. Not the perfect situation to be in.
No, not really. It's not that fantastic at all. 14-10 scoreline, and where will it actually go from this point? The push going to come around. Very aggressive early on from NiP here over towards B. Towel looks like he might try and go for the face, but there's already two smokes down. They've lost one player on A as well as Forrest. Even though he's the lone man, he's finding picks, and the B site is now being overthrown as well. Get Right. One by one, beheads them, lops them off, and takes control.
I was going to say, that was the same strat NiP wanted to do in the first buy round. So on that round, I remember, Forrest went towards A main. He was meant to try and go for a pick. And then on the B site, NiP were hoping to just molly out the entire site. But fortunately this round, Get Right gets both kills before the mollies even hit the floor. So a very clean round when you consider it, everything. And AGO, it's a horrible situation to be in. You've got two M4s. They're hoping to save these. And you're looking at 5 match points if you are to try and make this comeback. Like, there is a slow hunt coming through from NiP here. Like, Dennis and Lecro are both clearing the door very, very slowly. But I don't think anything will actually get anywhere near PHR or Sparrow. So they'll keep their M4s. But otherwise, the money is awful. I mean, he's getting peak. Dennis should be able to get a kill. Wow. I was surprised he actually stayed and went further out from the forklift.
Yeah, only the one frag coming through. So, match point now picked up. NiP looking like they're going to be able to close this one down and actually finally get a win here in this season of Pro League, as they've had a pretty rough start to the season, but it's been getting better and better. Now versus a go, it might have actually finally found them an opponent they can overthrow at this point, because it just looks pretty dominant. The past couple of rounds have been very much in their favour, and if they win this one, it's going to be wrapped up in a big 3 points picked up.
I think the interesting thing to think about as well, AGO are currently looking at 0 points for the day. They lost 2 games against North, and they were one-sided, 16-10, 16-6, I think. And we're looking at another 16-10 potentially here. So AGO, they've got to be thinking, like, you know, that Sprout win, not too great in the grand scheme of things, is it?
Compared to everything else, not worth.
Yeah, needs to make something of this round here. Awful weapons crossbow, 3 MP9s. So NiP, they did that same little mid-take that they did a few rounds ago. Forrest will flash highway, and Sparrow getting that opening kill in A main. It's a good start. The question is, can they build off that?
Ooh, big nade going to hit Dennis there. Get Right will get the kills. He finds the flick over onto Sparrow. Furlan as well being tagged up. He's very low. PHR gets contact, but he's a bit paranoid. Didn't want to overextend there, and eventually is finished as well. As Forest and Dennis come together, the backstab from Grubby is amazing. Drops the bomb, gets the follow-up frag on Forest. This could deny the win for NiP, as Grubby just overpowers them all one by one. Unless Dennis can save their day and just run through Furlan. He's so exposed, but Dennis didn't realise. Gets caught off guard and goes down. A go get themselves an 11th and stay in the game for now.
Grubby probably the only player who's been playing really well for AJO this game. He's got 24 kills right now. Gets him a lifeline essentially this round. But that NiP bank is not broken just yet. A full buy comes out. They've got another buy after this. They've got a lot to do on the AJO side if they want to complete this comeback.
Okay, push going to go around. Forest with the first. Been very effective with the AWP in the opening picks of the game. And Furlan actually might be walking into a bit of a death trap here. Grubby also being tagged up. I mean, Forest is only on 1 HP, but Dennis gets the double kill as he bursts through the vent. Absolutely annihilates him. Furlan falls back towards the site, realizes the door's open. Dennis will go down, pays his debts for the damage he's done already in the round. But it's still a 2-on-4.
Yeah, Furlan needs to make a play here. He's in a horrible position. 3 players running at him, 1 from the door. Gets the door player, gets another one from me, man. Could be 3rd?
Oh,
they're so low though.
Yeah.
This is winnable. No kit though is the issue.
Tau does have the Molotov. Forest is only on 1 HP. Get right on 49, 46.
That's 1 player spotted.
Oh.
The Molotov's actually not going to reach.
Trying to keep his head low to the ground, doesn't want to be detected here. I mean, if they find this next frag, this will be NiP getting their first win and taking it 16-11 versus a go. Tau looks around trying to find the frag. Paranoid finds the first. Forest is killed. It's all on Get Right. A 1-on-1. Tau versus Get Right as he pushes up, holds the bomb, dives round, but Get Right hits him, smacks his jaw off. And that is going to be a 16-11 victory. Ninjas in Pajamas pick it up and win the first map here versus a go and get their first map entirely in Pro League this season, as they will claim 3 points for that victory bet.
Yeah, much better performance compared to what we saw yesterday from NiP. They look a lot more composed in terms of individual players as well. Like Dennis was popping off, Forest getting kills here, Get Right as well. Get Right was entering, it was quite peculiar. Normally we see him lurking a bit. So I mean, better performance overall from them. And AGO, you got to be thinking today, they've got to be thinking at the back of the heads, we don't want to end this day with 0 points.
Yeah. They need something, even just at 1 point at least from an overtime, try and drag the games out. But something's got to change for a go, as it just looked so sluggish in some of those rounds. I mean, they were looking pretty strong in some positions, but just couldn't get it together towards the end, Ben. But NiP, well deserved, I think, at this point. They needed to try and get a point on the board, and they did do so. There is still more to come, however. The final map of the day will be up after this, and we'll be witnessing if NiP can actually secure it and double down, get themselves 6 points, or if they're going to split the series. All of that is to be answered in our final game of the night after this.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Intel, Vodafone, The Road to Odense, Betway, MSI, Logitech G, Pay Safeguard, Mountain Dew League, and ESEA.